This is for a project that we are doing for dance and drama that we're performing it at GIS. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure I have my voice recording. Um, and so I will be asking you questions about your experience as a refugee from your home country and your time as you wait your new home. I will be using your words as text for our theater and dance project we will be creating to be presented at GIS. And your words will be recorded, and an actor is going to be, maybe, if we use them, an actor would be performing your words. You would not be identified, we would not be using your name, but we may be using your words. Are you okay with us using your words?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you. Where are you from?
But I come from Iran.
You come from Iran. Okay, what was life like in your home country? So, if you are from Afghanistan, so how many years were you living there?
Uh, it was a short time, maybe around 5 or 6 months. Not
So,
more than that.
you were little?
No, it was before that I came here. I went to Afghanistan for a short time. Then I came here.
But you're from Iran.
Yeah.
Okay, what was life like in your home country?
Afghanistan?
Well, either. You can speak to either.
Okay, I'd like to speak about Afghanistan.
Okay.
As I was there for a short time that I see, uh, you know, it was very good sometimes because that's your home, that's your country. There's a good feeling that you're in your country, your people, your language. But the bad side was like every day was bombs and like that. But finally, just I can say it was good because you're in your home, in your country. Is a good feeling. Life is sometimes, not sometimes, actually most of the time, is very hard. It's very hard that you are scared. You are scared if your children go out. You are scared to stay home. They don't, they don't die, and you can protect there. It was hard.
Usually, because of situation in Afghanistan, most of my older siblings, big, went to other cities to pursue their education. And it was only during specific holidays or events that they would all come home and we would be together as a family and we would celebrate Eid or other certain celebrations. These were the only moments that my whole family were together, immediate family, like my brothers and older siblings and family. These were the best moments of my life in Afghanistan.
Abba bekay dilema ababay dilema bekay dilema ababay dilema bekay dilema.
It's when I was in Afghanistan. I left Afghanistan when I was 16 years old. As a teenager, my childhood was very difficult, challenging. So I was living in a village with my parents and family, and although it was safe in this village in terms of safety, but when I get to like 10th grade, 11th grade, I had to go to city because the education in my village is poor, and we cannot pursue higher education in the place that I was born.
Narka churi jara namushadavai tu Bjaki oyna shana bekharam barai tu Bjaki oyna shana bekharam barai tu Kam shawai tore bego savai tu Kam shawai tore bego savai tu Kundana mushona darde didaina Ye khud khazaniya asta darde gaina Aba baina bekhar Namma mashjur dardi dakhir Morum la begor Aba bay dilema bekay dilema Aba bay dilema bekay dilema.
So when I wanted to go to city, the fear of traveling, because the way when you connect my village to other cities was always controlled by the Taliban. And if they knew you were a student, or if you came from a certain ethnicity group, like myself, which is Hazara, are a great target for them. And usually they take you because of your ethnicity group, which is Hazara, and secondly because you're a student.
Kundana mushona darde dildaina Ye khud khazaniya asta darde gaina Aba baina bekhar Namma mashjur dardi dakhir Morum la begor Aba bay dilema bekay dilema Aba bay dilema bekay dilema.
So as growing up, I always had a fear of this dominant group, which is in Afghanistan. When at least one person from this dominant group, Pashtuns, came to our village, even though the village would be mostly Hazaras, they would do whatever they want to do. Basically, like ask for money. I remember when I was a child, they came to our village and they told us that they told our families that they need a certain amount of things the next time they came here, no matter what. Like it's like giving you a project to finish without you're willing without giving you anything. Basically, forcing you to support them. Because the village I was growing up was mostly farming, they would ask for cows, oils, from the milk when they collect everything and all them fruits and everything else. So in my teenage days, I always had a fear of this dominant group because the rumors, or I mean the stories that were going around me, around my community ethnicity group at the time, always had a fear of this particular people. Because I mean, after 9/11, they took the government, and mostly the Taliban were Pashtun as well. They had boots on power, so they left us alone with no power in government. Overall, it was a really difficult and challenging life. Always have a fear and stress of getting hurt and beaten by other people.
I was mentioned earlier that I wanted to pursue a higher education. Doing this was impossible. Well, doing this in my village was impossible. So I had to go to the city, and in order to get to city, I had to pass these roads that were under Taliban control for many years. It was in 11th grade when I decided that I couldn't continue living in Afghanistan. If I go to the capital city, always bombing, and there is still war going on, and I cannot travel freely, and always fear of being kidnapped and found out that I am a student by the Taliban. So I had to come here to Indonesia.
Mohammed,
Yes, that's me.
I heard you might be able to help me.
14,000 USD.
I thought it was 10,000. I can get you 10,000 now and get the rest transferred when we arrive.
The price went up. Do you have it or not?
I can get it.
12,000 by Thursday. The rest must be wired to me when you arrive. 12 in hand by Thursday.
Thursday, I don't have much time and money.
12 grand by Thursday, or you can forget it. Next.
So I found a smuggler there. There was a smuggler, and they would take us to India. We were there for like 3 days, I think, and from India, we came to Malaysia after staying for transit for like 5 hours. And in the middle of the night, we went to jungle. They took us by bus, but after 2 hours, we walk for another 2 hours, and it was like in the middle of the night, like it was midnight, dark, through the jungle to get to the beach. We couldn't turn on our lights. The smugglers wouldn't let us because they were afraid the police might come and arrest us. So, from Malaysia, we took a boat and came to Sumatra. The boat was actually a fishing boat, I think. It was only suited for 10 people, but we were about 20 people who were there, and everybody was sitting really tight, and we couldn't move each other. So, when they were coming to Indonesia, the boat would jump over the waves and screaming. The child was crying, and we couldn't move because the smugglers would hit us and beat us because they would say the police might see you. I've seen some Hollywood movie and horror movie, and it was really close to some of the scenes in those kind of movies.
Could you please move over a bit? You're practically
sitting on my leg. I can barely feel them.
Watch it! I have a baby here!
Dreaming of a time and place where you and I remain the best of friends, even after all this ends.
That's the third time! 10 minutes!
Can we pretend?
You think you have nothing left in your stomach?
It's not like any of us have had anything to eat.
I'm on my back again.
Oh, give it a rest already.
It's seeming more and more like all we ever do is see how far it bends before it breaks in half and then
Could you please keep her quiet?
bend it back again.
They'll beat us again.
Guess I got caught in the middle of it. Yes, I've been taught, got a little of it in my blood.
Give her a break! What can we do?
In my blood.
If you could just move over, would you?
Memories burn like a forest fire. Heavy rain turns any funeral pyre to mine
My baby!
That's enough!
in the flood.
Hey, lady, if you can't shut her up, I will. Quiet!
When I was old, I was a saint. Open sea. back to back in black and white. I never seen anybody do it like I do it any better. Been going over you, I'm overdue for new endeavors. Nobody love me like I'm lonely and I don't know whether you'd really like it in the limelight. You'd sympathize with all the bad guys. I'm still a victim in my own right, but I'm the villain in my own life. Yeah. When I was older, I was a sailor on an open sea.
So, when we came beside the beach, we had to walk into the water to a certain point that the boat couldn't come because of being seen by the police, and because the bottom of the boat would stuck in the swell. So we had to walk through the water. The water were above my chest at that time, and the waves were really stormy, and it was raining as well, and they didn't turn any lights on in the middle of the night. It was a really horrific and a difficult journey, especially the part where they took us from Malaysia to Indonesia. So when we came to Sumatra, I think it was Sumatra, they took us to Jakarta.
So we were running in the middle of the night in jungle with no lights to which direction we were going, although there were smugglers who were leading us, but I knew nobody. Although I knew some people, I knew they were from Afghanistan, most of the people who were with me, but I didn't know them personally before. Other passengers. And we didn't eat anything. It was my first experience trying different food from other country, and for 2 days, I didn't eat anything. I couldn't touch anything because the smell was different. Everything was different. Luckily, I had some nuts and dried fruit from Afghanistan. That I had with me, that my mom gave with me, that helped me to have a little support, a little energy until I reach Jakarta.
So, how long have you been in Indonesia?
Well, at the beginning, it was, the economy, it's a transit country, so the longest I would be here, I thought would be
3 years.
5 years.
1 more year.
But after 3 years, I realized that the uncertainty was much longer than I expected, and UNHCR had told us that you could be here up to
15.
20.
years without ever getting receipt into any country. That was a big hit, I would say, I guess. That had a huge effect on my mental health, because it's like waiting in a wider prison without committing any crime and without knowing when you get out of this prison.
I see here that there are a lot of people that are separated from their family, and that they're going to be they just lose their minds.
That's the most stressful situation that I've been through. Yeah. Although there were some positive things as well here in Indonesia, I found, but overall it's the uncertainty, the sense of not belonging to anywhere that is destroying people, refugees, if you don't take care of your mental health and yourself. I think
some of them, they just kill themselves. Why? Because they are how you say, very hard life. No one can help them. No one can, support them. And just Indonesia, the government of Indonesia, they say, oh, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. A third country, accepts you, right? And they couldn't just wait for this. So they just lose their minds, and that's the hardest thing about refugee people.
The main challenge that I face during this time is uncertainty and also the limitation. We have really limited basic rights. We are not allowed to pursue higher education or formal education, as well as we are not allowed to work here. So these two is, I think, the most important thing in each person's life. So if you don't have these, we are more likely to end up in getting a mental health problem during this. So not being able to work and have education is the most challenging thing in Indonesia, I think, for the refugees.
I've been going through some depression for the last nearly 2 years. But luckily, I had some friends and people around me who supported, and I have some really good friends in JIS who've been really good, supportive of Roshan along with myself during this time. I have a better sense of a future. I'm studying. I'm taking my diploma, hopefully to finish in the next few months. Yeah, next 2 months. I'm taking my diploma, my high school diploma, and my next plan for the future is to, well, go to continue my higher education, go to college, university. What am I doing to prepare for the future? Oh, well, there are some things that I focus mostly. I do write. I'm writing these days. I'm writing my autobiography for the next year, and also like writing in terms of being a better writer and also as well for the future to make awareness about the refugee situation here in Indonesia, to change certain things here in Indonesia. I'm studying English, and I'm developing my professional skills in case if I get a resettlement in another country. I adapt myself there to it. So there are some things that, yeah, I do to prepare myself for the future.
I think now I'm stronger than before. Why? Because, you know, before that I'd be separate from my family, my relatives, my friends. You know, you're always with your friends, and they help you, right?
Let's keep smiling. Let's keep laughing. Let's be happy. Oh, 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 ha. Let's keep smiling. Let's keep laughing. Let's be happy. Oh, 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 ha. Keep smiling and keep laughing. Keep punching and everything will be alright. Let's keep smiling. Let's keep laughing. Let's be happy. Oh, 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 ha.
But here, first time that I came here, we didn't have no one to help us. So I think it made it helped you to be strong. That you have to learn a new language if you want to be to survive or something like this. So I think it's made me stronger than before because now I know if I want to survive, I don't have to, you know. You don't have to risk. You don't have to. How do you say another? You don't wait to other people to help you. If you want to be improved, then you have to work, but you don't look to other people to help you, and stuff like this.
You don't know what your future is, what country you can go to, and you just waste your. Well, it's not completely waste, but you also waste your time, you know. You cannot work here, you cannot get, graduate, you cannot go to university, you cannot have any special job here. So, being a refugee is, it's very hard. But I have big dreams, you know. If I go to Australia, I want to first work so I can help the people, help my people of Afghanistan that they don't have any money. So for now, my dream is to help other people. First, work hard so then I can have the money so I can help the people.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I hear the whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper you have nothing left.
can do to help the refugee community?
For help. I have no idea about this. Maybe you can help them to speak kindly with them. You know, give them some jobs so they can improve in their job. Give them situation. A good situation. To be, you know, one of them and be comfortable with them. But it's not Indonesia. You know, I see in Indonesia how is the people with refugee. And I don't say they're not good. They're actually very good with refugee people, but you can find someone that don't like the refugee and just say, oh, you are foreign, and something like this. So maybe from support them, because most of them don't have supporters, you know, in other country or in Indonesia also, so they're worried also about their family. They're in Afghanistan or Iran or anywhere, because if you don't have supporters to help you now, so your family, they also have a problem, right? So maybe from support them just with the money, you can give them hope, you can, okay, maybe for next year you can go to third country and they'll accept you. Like this.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
For the past 5 years, it is still like the life of a person in the middle of an ocean with a boat without having any direction to go. But without this, with all of this uncertainty and challenges and struggles that I face, I'm still seeing a better future for myself. Because no matter what, or the limitation I face, I'm still seeing a better future than myself, better than past or present. So what I want to talk about refugees here in Indonesia is what are the struggles and things that most people take for granted, like going to college or to school or getting an education, because there's so many refugees who are desperately hoping to get their higher education and finally contribute back to world and community. I see so many talented, passionate, and potential people among the refugee community who, if they were in other country and were allowed to pursue their higher education and dreams, I think that they would contribute positively to whatever community they end up with. So basically, the struggles we are going in, how we can work as people to support each other during this situation. And today, we are going through this situation and struggles as a refugee. And tomorrow maybe, I hope not, but tomorrow there might be other people who might be refugees. So main message is to how we support each other during this challenging time. And during this difficult time, we can cope with the situation when we have support, when we have other people to understand our situation, not to feel pity, but to support each other as a human being.